The truth is, healthy is actually supposed to be so simple. However, so many of us actually get into this space where we overcomplicate it because we're focusing on the wrong aspects of what we think health and wellness actually is. So, in today's discussion, I really want to share with you a 4 step foolproof plan for making healthy simple. In case you're new here, I'm Barry. I'm a women's health coach and educator, and one of the things I like to emphasize is stressing less and living more. So, over the last 3 years in particular, I have tested out the simple 4 step framework, and it's honestly not even a framework at this point, it's just a routine that really helped me not only manage my period and balance my hormones and conceive for the first time ever successfully and have a completely asymptomatic pregnancy. But this is also the same 4 step routine that I recommend to all of my clients because one of the things I realized is that everyone was getting hyperfixated on the wrong thing. You were taking the time to maybe invest in the new Lululemon workout set, which we love a good matching set around here, or emphasize going maybe to the gym and Pilates and all of these different things. And while those are aspects and components of, health and wellness, that's not what health and wellness is actually about. And I really do believe that healthy can be simple. So go ahead, grab your notebook or your iPad, and let's get into this. So, first and foremost, it is so imperative that you are focused in on the right things rather than the shiny objects. So, when I say focus in on the right things, what I'm talking about, grab your notebook for this. We're going to delve into each of these a little bit more, is proper hydration, remineralization and supplementation, nutrition optimization, and nervous system regulation. These 4 categories, if you will, are the building blocks of a strong health and wellness routine and really longevity at the end of the day. So many people focus on one of these 4 areas, and really it's about majoring on the minor. So, what I want to encourage you to do is to focus on all 4 of these, but create micro habits within it. Okay, these are going to help you do everything it is you need to do. Think low effort, high impact. That's what we're going for. So, with that being said, let's delve into the first area, proper hydration. A lot of people think that proper hydration is drinking their water every single day. And yes, that is a massive component, is making sure you have water, right? But beyond that, what we're really looking to do is have structured water that has some type of nutritional component, juice even, teas, something else aside from just the molecules H2O. The reason we're focusing on this is because it's going to nourish and really penetrate into the cells and give your body not just what it needs, but so much more. At this point, we all know, yeah, you want to drink your water. That's important, but have you ever had water and still felt thirsty after? It's because your body is needing more nutrients. So that's what I'm talking about when I say proper hydration. Personally, I love to start my day with a bit of coconut water, and then I'll also go ahead and have my colostrum, 3 scoops of colostrum since I am pregnant currently, in about 10 ounces of water, and that's structured. From there, I'll add maybe some blueberry juice into my routine or some miso soup. You notice that these things are very simple, and honestly, for me, they're grab and go. So, not every single day am I having the same exact thing. Well, I do have my coconut water every single day, and I do have my colostrum every single day. But when it comes to my morning routine, I like to switch out my beverages. So some days I'm having bone broth instead of miso soup, or some days I'm having mango juice instead of like a blueberry juice, right? But the purpose of what it is making sure that the cells themselves are nourished. The second component of a really Making healthy simple is remineralizing and supplementing. So, this is an area where a lot of people have a tendency to kind of hyperfixate on what they need. And I always tell people supplement for deficiencies rather than for the sake of supplementing. Why do I say that? Because number one, supplementing can get very, very expensive very quickly. Number two, not all supplements are created equal. And number three, sometimes you just simply don't need to be supplementing for something. Straight up, you just don't actually need it. So, here's the thing. When I talk about remineralizing the body, it's because we need minerals in order to create, store, and release our hormones. When I talk about supplementing, it's ensuring that we not only have what we need, but a little bit more. That way we can achieve optimal health. So if you were to say, Barry, what are the things that I need to be focusing on? If you're a woman of color, one of the first things I would say is make sure you're getting enough vitamin D3 in your day to day diet. If you're a woman altogether, make sure that you're also getting enough magnesium in your diet as well as vitamin D. I would also recommend zinc and magnesium glycinate because zinc is going to help with your skin, it's going to help with so many things like your mood. Magnesium glycinate is also going to go ahead and help with the nervous system and regulation. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Those are just a few places I would recommend that you start. But I want to remind you the reason that we are doing this, right, is for our hormonal health so that we can create, store, and release the hormones that we need because that's ultimately going to impact the longevity. It's going to impact the hormonal homeostasis and balance within the body. The third thing to focus on is going to be nutrition optimization. Now, whenever I say nutrition optimization, people love to look at me like I'm some kind of alien. And I always laugh because I'm like, no, we can utilize food as medicine. Like literally, Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine as we know it, said, let food be thy medicine and thy medicine be that food. Okay. The Bible, Ezekiel 47, and I think like 12 maybe, says that the fruits of the plant are for eating and the leaves are for healing. That is how much intentionality is behind what you are consuming and putting in your mouth. Now, not everyone should be eating the same way. I don't care what anybody says. Not all diets are created equally, so therefore, not all people should eat the exact same. With that being said, one of the things I have noticed is that everyone can really benefit from an anti inflammatory diet. Not only this, but I've also noticed that pretty much if you are a person of color and you have a lot of melanin, you are going to do so well with a diet that is really, really colorful and hyper focused on micronutrients and minerals. And that's because melanin actually needs certain things that non melanin doesn't. So, with that being said, just something to kind of keep in mind. If I need to talk about that more, let me know because I could go on and on when it comes to that. But in addition to this, I think it's really, really important that you find your rhythm and make sure that you're prioritizing protein, healthy fat, and fiber at each of your meals. Don't hyperfixate on a high protein diet. I know that is like all the rage right now, but also one of the things I've noticed is everyone who's hyperfixated on a high protein diet fails to emphasize a high fiber diet as well. And you actually need your fiber to move the protein and convert it and do the certain things that your body actually needs. And I don't want to get in the nuances because I don't want to get too sciencey and technical, but I think it's super important that you are just focusing on protein, healthy fat, and fiber. If we need to talk about that more, we definitely can. The last area you're going to want to focus on, okay, is nervous system regulation. Now, a lot of people think that nervous system regulation is something that has to be super deep, wonderful, and spiritual. And I'm here to let you know that if you're going to your Pilates Princess class, you're doing that just what you need to regulate your nervous system. But in addition to that, nervous system regulation is so important for really optimal health because at the end of the day, a regulated nervous system is the most important aspect of your health, feeling safe and secure in your body. knowing how to support your body, knowing how to move emotions throughout your body, understanding your sympathetic versus parasympathetic nervous system, getting out of fight or flight and into rest and digest, because the magic, the muscle building, the hormone balancing, the clear glowy skin, the energy, the good mood, all of that is actually located in the rest and digest aspect of the nervous system. And what a lot of people don't talk about is the relationship between your nervous system and your hormones. If we need to delve into that more, we definitely can. But I just wanted to scratch the surface for you because I find that enough people know about why this is so important. Pretty much any emotion that you have has some type of hormonal reaction and hormonal response. And if you're not regulating your nervous system, that can get trapped in your body. Whether you are somebody who believes in the power of Western medicine, not me, God. No, no shade, no tea. I'm an Eastern medicine girly. Or you're somebody who is aligned with me and you believe in the power of Eastern medicine and Eastern healing philosophies like, you know, African traditional medicine or traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurveda, different things along those lines. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Earlier this week, I went to acupuncture, and I remember saying to my acupuncturist that I was holding a lot of anger and grief in my body. And I was really, really upset. And she shared with me that, you know, where she was placing certain needles in my body was going to help with that tension. But she also encouraged me to just sit with those emotions. I know that liver and anger go hand in hand, so I know I needed to support my liver a lot more throughout the week. That's something that maybe you don't know, but I would encourage you to look more into. So, with that being said, let's just recap the Fab Four, the things that are really going to make healthy simple and really where we want to focus our time, energy, and effort. Number one is proper hydration. Number two is remineralization and supplementation. Number three is nervous or nutrition optimization. Number four is nervous system regulation. With that being said, I hope today's video has been supportive to you. And if it has, make sure you let me know. As always, love you, mean it.